What is your official job title?
My official job title is Library Media Specialist. That's the district title, so on the job description.
Okay. How long have you been a school librarian in any district or position total?
Total. This will be my 20th year.
Wow.
No, this will be my 19th year. I was 14 years at middle school, and this is my 5th year here. So
Okay.
19.
Cool.
High school.
How long? Awesome. How would you define collaboration?
Collaboration with teachers?
Yes.
Collaboration I would define as any time that you work on an educational project with students. And I think collaboration can take all kinds of different forms. It can be very simple, and then it can be really intense where you work on a 2-3 week project together and come up with all of the activities and lessons together. Then sometimes it's just when they come in and they say, can you help me show the kids how to do this? So it takes all forms.
How often do you work with the classroom teachers?
How often? When they do large research projects, then I work with those teachers. So it depends on how many are going, how many they do. With the junior class, they do 3 large research projects. Freshman class, I've done one large research project with them. Senior class, their project really doesn't require library resources, so I don't do a lot with them. And then just some of the smaller ones with sophomores. So how often? 5 projects a semester, maybe, something like that, for English. And then for like social studies, it tends to be less formal. So they come in and they're researching, and I just help with the project.
Okay. What was your most successful collaboration you can think of?
Well, the junior English class projects are fun, and I would say there's 2 of them that we do. And I think they're equally. One of them is they research authors, and they have to learn about the authors' views on education and slavery and those kinds of things by reading the authors' works and looking at critical analysis. So it's a really difficult assignment for them to do. And so I do a lot of background work on that one. And so I think that one is one of my favorites, I guess, one of my successful ones. The teachers do most of the work of the lesson, of coming up with the activity and that kind of thing, and then I do the research and then help with the annotated bibliographies and kind of the library side of it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
What was your least successful collaboration? Anything that didn't go as planned?
Sometimes I think that one is too, because it's so difficult. There are times when it's some students don't get it, and they are not able to do that much of that inferring that they have to do. So sometimes it's the same one. So
Okay. How do you think you could improve collaboration?
I would like to do more collaborating with the social studies department and improve that. I think they tend to have their project and they're great and come in, and I don't do as much work with them in advance that I'd like to do, so I'd like to do more of that.
Awesome. What do you struggle to teach students? Are there any information literacy skills that they don't?
I think the hardest thing is to get them off of easy worldwide websites and into reading more difficult articles from databases and searching in the databases, because it requires a different reading, I believe, and they really have to read a little deeper, and getting them to do that so that they're not taking the easy way out.
And then, do you have any tips for new school librarians?
Yes. Ask lots of questions.
Okay.
Get involved with, I think, the librarian organizations at KASL is a real good place to get involved and learn from the librarians that have lots of experience in that group. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, I think, is a good thing. Just go for it.
Awesome. How long have you been a teacher?
This is my 4th year with my license.
Okay,
I
cool.
worked in the Perry district though, doing alternative learning while I was getting my license, so I didn't teach core classes or anything, but I've been in the school system now for 7 years.
How long have you been in this position?
This position, this is my 4th year.
Okay, cool. And what do you teach?
I teach junior English at both the Gen Ed level and the honors level, and then this year I took on AP Language and Composition, so I teach an AP class, and it's awesome.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Define your relationship with the school librarian.
I think I have a closer relationship with her than many teachers here due to the fact that, first of all, English, the library is such a great resource, first of all, to just read, but also to do a lot of research. And we have a few projects in which they have to utilize different types of sources, and the minute I bring it to Leslie, she is all about creating something and helping, and I love bouncing ideas off with her, and she's really great about just showing me some things that she comes across, or I don't know, anything kind of related to what we do. So it's been good. I think that we have a strong relationship.
Do you feel your needs are met by the school librarian?
Definitely. And sometimes above and beyond what my needs, or I thought my needs were. And then she does more, and I'm like, whoa, that's awesome.
What are some general supports the librarian does for you and other teachers?
So when we do research, she creates like web pages on the library page or the library website that houses a lot of different documents for the kids to access. It's kind of a one place to go to get all of your basic resource needs. She also, when we are adamant about wanting to get books or texts or things, she's another person that pushes for them because she understands the importance of reading and having materials to access. So she's great in that aspect when she can help advocate for the need for some of the materials.
How do you define collaboration?
I define collaboration by different people having different or similar ideas, but being able to hear one another's thoughts, not just listen, but really hear what somebody has to say, and being able to use whatever strengths they have to make the best product possible.
What do you think a successful collaboration looks like?
I think in a successful collaboration, it looks like everybody putting in whatever time and strengths they have available to meet the needs of the students, or if it's a group of teachers or whatever it may be, so that the product that everybody produces is something they're all proud of.
Cool. What lessons, if any, have you collaborated with the school librarian on before?
Several. We're actually in the midst of a final project right now in which it'll take several weeks for them to complete. It's an author research panel discussion. We collaborate with her on the written research project. I collaborate with her at the beginning of the year on a paper slide myth project, which utilizes the iPads. I collaborate with her on a Harlem Renaissance project, which is at the end of the semester. So, yeah.
And were they successful?
Yeah, they've definitely been tweaked just to make them better, especially this final project because it's the biggest. But I would say overall successful, and also successful in showing us some of the areas that we could improve upon, and then we try and do that.
And then last, what library or research skill do you think the students need the most help on?
Oh, yeah, finding sources, credible sources. The databases are just not accessed like they should be, all of those scholarly articles. And so I think they really need help just finding the best possible source and evaluating those sources to make sure they're the most credible can be used for that.
And then do you have any tips for teachers who are looking to start a collaboration?
My first tip would be to talk to others that you know have done it and just kind of see some of the things that maybe they've done or feel some of the strengths or struggles. And then my next tip is to just throw it out there to somebody. Just kind of see who's going fishing and who might want to latch on to something and just start a discussion about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not going to be at the beginning, but you just kind of got to get your idea out there for anything to maybe start, and choose somebody that you're at least semi-familiar with, and maybe you're not so intimidated or nervous to be honest about what it is you want if you have a bit of familiarity there.
Through my observation and interviews, I believe that WeShar is doing a wonderful job as the library media specialist at Shawnee Heights High School. However, to help improve the collaborative work environment, I recommend the following 3 suggestions. First, WeShar recognized that she collaborates most with the English language arts teachers, but would like to work more with the social studies teachers. However, I recommend that WeShar work to collaborate with science and math teachers. This could help to support the STEM initiative and possibly build a better rapport with students. Second, while there have been new additions of comfortable furniture to the Media Center, I would suggest that WeShar work to create a more student-friendly environment. This could be accomplished by adding student art displays or bringing in more furniture when budget allows. And lastly, to bring more students to the library and thus encourage more teachers to collaborate, I suggest that WeShar host more student events in the library. Events could be based on science topics and student interests. This could connect the STEM collaboration previously mentioned and show the value of the Media Center.